Hannah Behan. I am the Director of Tennis at Hawkeye Innovations. I grew up in a very sporting family. As far as I can remember, I was involved in sport from an early age. Played netball to a decent standard, and when I was choosing university I knew that I wanted to go and study sports science. I was very driven and knew early on that I was more interested in the science side, so the physiology, the biomechanics, coaching science side of things, and spent a lot of my second year, where you don't really have many lectures, seeking out lots of work experience opportunities. When an opportunity to work at the LTA arose, I was successful in that opportunity. As tennis grew and there were different demands, I was able to build the performance analysis team, which has now continued even in my absence, and started working with a lot of the top British players as well as the Davis and Fed Cup teams, and that trickled down to a lot of the junior talent programs as well, and educating the coaches and the players on reviewing their own performance data and linking in with other sports science services. Whilst working at the LTA, I was a client of Hawkeye, so we used the Hawkeye data to work with our top British players. So still having the links and the contacts here, I knew that there'd be opportunities opening to come and work at some point, and eventually joined Hawkeye as a senior project manager. My first project was to deliver the Australian Open, and it was hard coming into an environment where generally everyone joins Hawkeye when they're early 20s and grow up through the company. So I was effectively an outsider coming in that had a completely different skill set and a completely different way of thinking. Steve Carter, the CEO, had a conversation with a couple of people and decided that he wanted to create a director of tennis role, and he asked if I would take on the role. It's not something you say no to, and so as of February I became the director of tennis, and I have enjoyed the challenge ever since. I am not an elite athlete, I am not going for an Olympic or Commonwealth gold medal, but I have that mentality because I have just absorbed from that environment that everything you should aim for excellence at every opportunity, otherwise what's the point? So I've learnt a lot from the athletes that I've worked with, so I feel very fortunate for that as well. I grew up in an environment where life wasn't equal, and that was just the way it was, and you find ways to work around it, you accept it. Just like, right, okay, this is the landscape, how do I navigate it to get the best outcome possible? Now I have direct responsibility for people within my team, and it's easier to fight for someone else than it is for yourself, so it should just be equal. The fact that we still have to have such huge debates about it, that people should be seen as individuals and not judged on their gender, their race, and I know that isn't the case, so it's important to keep having that conversation so that it does just become normal. I think we're making strides in that direction. I think we're a long way off it becoming the norm, and raising awareness repeatedly is really, really important. Casual sexism is probably one of the biggest problems because it just happens and it's expected as part of banter, and I think you get a lot of that in the world of sport, that is the environment knows, and actually just to start questioning people on things like that. And I know that there's this challenge as well that some females hold other females back because they see that there's a finite opportunity to sit at the table, just make more seats. That it's not you or the other female, but actually you can both get there, and if you work as a team you create a stronger environment and you create more opportunities for other people as well. Take every opportunity, you never know what's around the corner, and I think that's really important. Make sure you make a name for yourself for all of the right reasons. Stay focused and enjoy it as well, enjoy the journey.